so off guard with like when some stuff starts and when some stuff doesn't start. I just walked into the Rising Stones and Tataru was already screaming at me and a cutscene's already started, so I'm like, oh, gotta rush to start this. I'm live, yes. Don't cry, little Tataru.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapse like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
Well, can't be spick and span, whatever that saying is all the time, can I?
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion. Oh, well, that's helpful. And what else did he say? The better path leads to him? If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps the others are with him. Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he? But if that monster masquerading as Xenos comes back... Thancred, Y'shtola, Urianger, Alphino, Alize... You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him. And I forbid you from going to face him on your own, do you hear me? So if you must leave, go and find the others. Bring them home. As for where to start, you said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the Crystal Tower, right? But how are you to find it, now that the tower has been sealed shut?
Fair point, actually.
There has to be a way. If anyone would know, it's Sid, and the researchers of St. Coinac's find.
What did it say? Something
Don't you worry. We'll find that beacon for you.
Something about it being open every couple 100 or 1,000 years? I don't remember exactly. Ugh, I'm making a mistake streaming when it's like I haven't slept and it's 8 in the morning. Oh my goodness.
I pray you have good reason for abandoning the front.
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a sickness here at home? I will not be made to fight for the throne a second time. Or what of you? Did you not tell me you would destroy Eorzea's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
A minor setback. He will not escape me again. Where is your grandsire? I would have words with him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's sight as well? I imagine he's doing what all Ascians do.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Ascian. You underestimate us at your peril. This war will not be decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious. Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance, but the requested preparations are now complete. We stand ready to begin production of Black Rose upon your order.
Uh-oh. I hate when they do that, it freaks me out. Knock knock? Is my video game broken? Oh! Pretty art. She looks so good. My god, I wish I could render like that. These are so beautiful. He looks even better in his art. Oh, look at her.
Bathed in blood and sealed in stone. Soul scarred.
Go Setsu. He's a bald man now. Look at him and his goofy smile.
Beckoned by the bells of vengeance.
Wow.
Spirits bold. A lover lost.
I'm done with Stormblood?
A family torn.
Oh my god, look at them.
A solemn pyre raised to rouse the slumbering heaven. Fire in your eyes, fire in your hearts, steel as you sound the horns of the world.
Alright, I'm gonna skip it because I saw the pretty art. I know there's probably more, but I need to, I'll watch it again. I can't believe it. I'm done Stormblood? Like, what? Okay. I knew you'd be alright. And to celebrate your return, I made you this. A brand new traveling outfit. Oh, I do hope it fits. She got me another. I got another. Ahem. But now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Koinak's find. You go and rest while we track down the beacon. Dang. Is there, like, anyone I could sell to in here? I don't think so. Well, first things first, clear my inventory and give my retainer all of my crafting shit. Oh, I don't know why that, like, it should be that every different job you have can carry separate, or like has different inventory. I don't know if that makes sense, but like just having just being a, well, disciple of land and hand, it can really take up your inventory space. Actually, how's my gear looking? Pretty okay. It's fine. I forgot I could desynthesize things, which has been pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Dungeon Seeker. Okay, that's good. I don't really know what that is, to be honest. Does anyone want my tea set? Oh no, I kind of want it at the same time. I don't think I'm ever gonna have the time or money for a house in this game, though, to be completely honest. Oops. That should be okay for now, to be honest. There's no way I'm starting Shadowbringers, right? I'm tripping balls. Oh my god, I totally am. Yes. I already read that. Well, I guess I should have retitled the stream, but I'll do that when I post it on YouTube. Shadowbringers, I think. Oh my goodness. Who? Oh, this guy. Yes, we saw a little bit of him.
My enemy. My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
My enemy, my friend. Wait. That's not Xenos. I'm so confused. That's what Xenos said. My enemy, my friend. That's not Xenos.
Savages!
There's no way. There's no way. It's not. I'm just going crazy.
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere.
But his voice!
Not that I am surprised.
No, what is happening?
May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph.
That's definitely Xenos' voice. Right?
In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
I'm so confused. He looks like an Ellison. Number 100 bajillion subscribed confusion. My confusion is through the roof. Well, back at the Crystal Tower. Please no more 24-man dungeon. In the midst of a requiem for heroes, a voice rings out across time and space. In fields of tranquil light, sow you seeds of darkness. Ooh. Ooh. Chills. Jeepers. Okay. The Circus Trench. Totaro is itching to share blah 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 blah. Good news! We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon. Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down to the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. A path I doubt we'd ever had found had the ironworks and the Sans not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover. Then we'd better go and give them a hand. Sounds like tedious work, but not as tedious as waiting around, I suppose. My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to whatever it is this mystery voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again. Meaning we have no time to lose. There's a boat in North Silvertier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Oh, it's so weird. In a good way. It's like you go from hearing one accepted quest jingle to another, and it's always a bit daunting at first. I'm not too familiar with Circus Trench. I love that everything glows here at night. Heading to the survey site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat.
Look how many people there are! Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We felt bugger all without you.
Wedge and Biggs.
Biggs! Wedge!
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business. So we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in. What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Well, this is supposed to happen.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Ooh. I like how they did that. Whoa. What is happening?
Oh, do not look at me so.
No, please, not the harsh.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Bro, I'm tripping balls right now. The ominous entity Grahatia. Nope. What is happening?
Your
Minfilia.
time has not yet come.
Or Minfilia incarnate. What the dingy darn shit is happening? Is it the Warrior of Darkness? On his planet, that is pretty destroyed. Yes, it is. Shit is wild right now.
From From endless dreams I awake. Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Where am I?
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Wait. That's not the first guy I met, is it?
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply. Over 100 bleeding years ago, that's when. You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then. Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around.
Am I on a different world right now?
Go on now, friend.
Obviously.
They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium. Or am I in the past? Or no. That wouldn't make much sense.
To dizzying heights it rises. The gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light. The pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Oh my god! I don't know why. What a freaking hype-ass intro! What is happening? Oh my god! What the f- Okay. I can't use my mount? Where am I? I love the song from the Shadowbringers.
Halt!
Halt.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Is she like the first Viera in the MSQ?
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
The source. Gridania.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists.
Eh? Okay, I am on a different planet then.
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
Should I just bolt for it?
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
Oh, damn. Oh, sorry, dude. Guy didn't meet a very kind fate.
Everything all right, Captain?
This is Graha.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin-eater, and a weak one at that.
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city. Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
What a strange, like, what is happening? Oh my god.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons. I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
realm in which you find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections of shards. Oh!
As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Oh, so they're probably all gonna be in there.
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
No darkness.
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light.
The imbalance.
It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
Interesting concept already. I like it.
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well. But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
So I'm in the first reflection. I need to look at a diagram again about like how. Let me see.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Beautiful. The Crystarium. To recap on a few things here because source, meaning like Heidelin herself, I'm assuming, but like the 13 reflection shit, I'm not too familiar with like exactly. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Wow. Okay. Hold the phone. I don't know if I'm gonna have room in my new traveling gear. Holy crap. What is this? White oak cane. Let me get this new Siren gear that I got. Oh-ho! Nice. We gotta put the whole fit on. Obligatory. Nice. It's actually pretty cool. I keep losing it. Oh, it's nice. But yeah, okay, cool. Back to business. City of the first reflection, right? Yes. Now, a full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium civic leaders, and glean something of this world and its predicament. Ooh, pretty. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should, in theory, be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. Yes, it's probably very difficult. They're making like a clear point, like, please do this or else you will never come back here again. After you have done so, walk up to the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive at the crystalline mean. This is where you'll find our collective of crafters and gatherers, as well as their spokeswoman, Catliss, one of the people I should like you to meet. Another in Morin. To reach him and his cabinet of curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit on the left and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Braggy, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major district of the city, and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. Ha, very good. I concede. The layout of the Crystarium owes more to hysteric necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long, yes. In all honesty, the true challenge may be finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during our encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. When you've finished making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then. apparently I can... Whoa, this is so weird. What? How do you... Hey, where's he at? The map is even bigger than I freaking thought. Honestly, I was not expecting this. I don't really know what I was expecting. It's my buddy! Cool place. Oh, it's so freaking hard to type on here, dude. Yeah, they kind of messed up on making the Crystal Tower raids required for the X-Map. Bro, this place is freaking huge. Also, I saw I got a comment on Twitch, but I couldn't see it. Like, apparently if I don't have it open, it doesn't load it. I apologize for that. This is crazy. Oh, I need to attune to these again. It's so weird to have to attune again. They're so cool looking. Little baby crystals. Whoa. This place is so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go up the stairs. I'm assuming that's where I'm supposed to go. This reminds me of the, League. What is it called? Pokemon. The League 4 dudes. This reminds me of the ghost person, the ghost girl's, room. Excuse me, sir, are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and, well... What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll, even. A scrap of scribbled on parchment. Dude, his face! It reminds... So, it's Asahi's face model. It's disturbing. My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? We have a spot of academic research. Oh ho! So you've an interest in modern history. Splendid. A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, and I'll fetch it for you. And here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable? On with the lesson, then. Give me that book. Now. Okay, yes, lore. Tell me, I'm confused. 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous, blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called it this the Calamity Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Oh. Looks like Minfilia kind of type. Yet, just as it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Norvant? I don't really know how to pronounce that. Spared the fate of erasure. I'm not good with these old-fashioned words. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect, to bed evil the few folk who survived. These sin-eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Norvant's sky. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. There are some words that I have no idea what they are. So, light is not a good thing in this world. And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad for the company. Your exchange with Morin has taught you about the Flood of Light. Assuming, because this expansion is called Shadowbringers, I have to bring the shadow to this world. Oh. I don't know where I tuned and where I didn't tune. Huh? It looks like there's supposed to be an ether right somewhere. Huh? I keep getting blocked by these doors. Where am I supposed to go? Time to be a dumbass again. I love when games give me new areas and I'm just like, bonk, bonk. Oh, can't go in there. Oh, can't go in there either. This place is beautiful though. Yes. Try not to miss all those ether rights. Braggy. Braggy? The markets. Nice. I'm gonna have to end this soon, but, you know. New to the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes gives you away. Oh, hello, Hrothgar. Welcome. My name is Braggy, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for elves such as yourself. So finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Elves. That's kind of funny. I guess they're called elves here? Hey, something wrong? Let's see if we can straighten this out. See that those two in front of us? The shorter one is a hume. And the taller one is an elf, like you. The sturdy individual over there is a Galgant, whilst the one with the horns is a Dran. Oh god. And then you have the large, scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zun. Zun? This is weird! Which is apparently not the same... Wait, which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Ah, the same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. You don't get much further flung than that. We have had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. I love that they're just called elves. Very classic. Very classy indeed. Alright. Nice little hub area. I guess I could just use it. Looks like I'm going somewhere over there next. I cannot tell if there's multiple layers to this place, or what. Am I going in another direction? No, I'm good. I don't think that was the right direction. This is so weird. It's so beautiful though. What else? Damn it, wasn't I just there? No. Oh wait, no. That's the floor I'm meant to go to right now. Which is over here, somewhere. Yes. My goodness. Many layers to this place. Delivery Moogle, good to know, good to know. Ether Richard, hello. You're mine. Crystal Tower's freaking huge. Am I still on the second floor? I think so. Get the last crystal. Catalyst. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. Safer and more civilized, too, thanks to us and the mean. We work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make the city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need coat mended or a kettle forged. don't go thinking it'll be all handed to you on a plate like in those Illumoran layabouts. Here in the Crystarium, we work for a living. Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor, you don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folks I've met. Indolence? I don't remember. I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from? Oh, one of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of mine. Or ours. I'm so confused. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air. It wasn't long before our droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation. My brain is not working. Buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all of his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you've aught to contribute on the front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catlas, and I'll find you a niche here in the crystalline mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Do I have all the crystals? I do. Alright. I'll accept this. I think that'll be it for tonight. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? Are these my notes? Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origins, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run of your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. You've done as I requested, and I learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain, and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in privacy of my quarters. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. I am not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? Are you shitting me? An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. Never mind then. Yes, it's not Graha, but maybe he's false. Maybe this is false because of his face. Oops. Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions. To put it simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted.
Huh? Okay, wait. The entire year. Interesting.
That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence. And thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
What?
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year.
Shit's crazy. With no way back?
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons...
Naked Thancred again?
incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Jesus. I wonder how they're taking that. Or have taken that.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
Vision.
In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the First was rejoined with the Source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Oh.
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the First, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Oh. Okay, like, so restore the balance of this world to obviously then focus on our world, but...
Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least? Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Ho ho ho. Stuff's getting whack. The fact that Thancred... Wow, that's so crazy. The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us to the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along. Alright. I think I'm gonna end it here. That shit's crazy so far. Woohoo!